Hey, it's Tori, and welcome back to my channel. Today we welcome Nicol from Stellvris back to the channel. How are you doing today?
A bit tired, but I'm so happy to see you finally again. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Can you believe it's already been like 2 years since we last spoke?
No.
It's gone.
Well, I'm following you on social, so I kind of feel that we're just in touch, you know, almost every single day. But yeah, 2 years, it's wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gone so fast. I feel like ever since COVID happened, like time's just like sped up and just it goes like that and it's crazy. But like you say, it feels like we're connected anyway because of social media and with your social media, of course, you guys have been touring a lot over the past couple of years as well. And how was festival season this year for you?
Well, it was crazy, and we played Summer Breeze for the very first time, which was like wow, it was a very cool experience playing such a huge festival. And we played in France for the first time. And we've heard some things about France, but we didn't expect it. It was crazy, wild, and just like we couldn't believe like what happened there. So yeah, that was festival season.
Well, you're very like I want to say fearless when it comes to performing because you put yourselves like in the middle of the crowd. You know, you get yourself right in there. You're in the middle of the pit or you're jumping off the stage and granted there's got to be moments where you know the crowd's not feeling it and you just don't do that. But when the crowd is when you know it's right, like what goes through your mind and through your body before you're like, "Okay, it's time. I'm going to go and do the thing."
Well, I'm analyzing the crowd like since the first second that I just hit the stage, and when I feel that it's like that the crowd is like ready for all this madness, then and when I decide to just like when I go to the mosh pit or wall of death, it's okay. It's just like okay, let's go there. It's going to be cool. I'm just like taking care of like not to break my nails and
Mhm.
not to break anything, and it's okay. But when I'm jumping on the crowd, it's like adrenaline, like a lot of it, and it's crazy because you have to really trust somebody you have never seen, for example. And luckily, for example, in Summer Breeze, there were a lot of people that we know,
Mhm.
and I knew that they're going to catch me. But sometimes, so, for example, in France, I didn't know. And really have to be sure. So when I'm just like on the barricade, I was like, okay, let's see. I hope it's not going to hurt.
I mean, it's amazing to see, and I bet it's like an amazing thing for the crowd to participate in that too. But just your bravery when it comes to that, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's like throwing herself in the crowd, and she's in the middle of the crowd, and just to experience that too. I know you guys just recently got to deal with an American promoter. Like, is that good news for me over here?
Yes, Andrea. She's super cool. She also stepped into our management, so she's advising me a lot. And right now, she's trying to like put us on some like right festivals or events, and she's just like checking out like how when we can get there because it's going to be the first time for us in the US.
Hmm.
So I believe it's not really easy to put us there, but we joined the forces with like US agency that is dealing with radio airplays and also PR. So I really hope that this might help us to just to be more and more like bigger in the US before we get there. So let's see.
Well, fingers crossed that when you do finally come over here, it'll be somewhat close to where I am. I mean, we've traveled. driven 5-6 hours to shows before, so it's not a problem for us if you're like in the big one mostly is like where I am is Atlanta or like Raleigh or somewhere like that in where I am. So fingers crossed, because I am dying to see you all live and I am dying to meet you in person too.
Yeah, it would be so cool. I really hope, fingers crossed, that we will make it.
Well, the reason you are here, of course, is your new 5-song EP, Shatter Bloom, which is out on November 7th. You've already released 4 out of the 5 as singles. Like, how have you found that response from your fan base, or maybe from people who are just finding the band with this EP release?
Yeah. Well, in general, people really like the new music. Of course, you like we have some fans that they don't like that we are using more electronic stuff in there, but this is the way we feel it, and this is the way we would like to go. So, like but in general they really like it and they look forward to hear the last song. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good because I really like it. I really like the result of the CP. We worked on it with Christoph Wieczorek. He's a German producer, and it just took it somewhere else. Like when you compare Persistence and Shatter and Bloom, it's different. Not only like when you just look at I don't know the composing lyrics, but even the production, the sound is just different. And I really hope that we will continue in this way and even better.
Yeah, no, I noticed that when you released Monster, and the because not only was the sound a lot bigger, your voice was a lot bigger, but also like the video production was a lot bigger too. It was just bigger on all fronts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, but I think it's also about like the vocal mixing and mastering, because Christoph, he is a vocalist as well.
Okay.
And maybe that's why also the vocals sounds a bit different. And yeah, but still I'm working on myself and working on my vocals, and I'm just trying to be better and better like every day. So I actually it might like you might notice that, but I think it also has to do something with the mixing and mastering the vocals.
No, I think you're being too humble. I think you've worked really hard on yourself, and because I did when I listened to Monsters and just hearing like mostly like your harshes have always been fantastic. It was more so like your
Thank you.
cleans, they seem to be a lot better, and I can tell that you've really put in the work and the effort behind it. It's not just, well, it's also with the production, but like give yourself some credit, girl. Like, come on.
Okay, thank you.
So you also did a Nicki Minaj cover of Starships. What was the reasoning behind choosing that specific song?
Yeah, I remember that very clearly. We were on our Eastern European tour, and we were sitting in a dormitory of one club, and we were just sitting there, and it was in Romania, and we already played the show with Megadeth, and we were full of emotions and all the stuff. And we were sitting there, and we were just like listening to some songs, pop songs. And I told the guys like specifically what I would like to have in that song. Told them that it should be something older, that it's not like released this or last year, and it should be something that resonates even after, for example, decade.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wanted to have something that would be easy to rewrite into metal. I wanted to have something like pumped and like just dancey. And when I was just like, we were listening to a lot of things, and then our guitarist, he was like, and what about Nicki Minaj? And I was like, but she's rapping, no? And he was like, no, she's also singing one
Mm-hmm.
song. And I was like, okay, so what is it? And then he put this on, and I was like, okay, this is it. When I heard it, I was like, this is totally cool. Like we are going to do this. Here I'm going to scream. Here we will put the breakdown. It's going to be like this, and it's going to be super cool. And so it was.
Honestly, I prefer it over the original. What you did with that song and how you transformed it into this like really heavy, nasty breakdown too. Just oh my god. First time I heard it. I mean, you saw my reaction probably, but oh my gosh, Nicole, like mind blown.
Yeah, I saw it. Thank you so much.
So of course with this EP it is going to be your very first time releasing it on vinyl. What was the decision behind that too?
Yeah, we already wanted to have the album on vinyls, but they're pretty expensive. And here in Czech Republic, we would have to wait for them like 6 months or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. So yeah, it's expensive, and then we would have to wait. So we decided to have it only on CDs and just to move on. And with this, I already knew that I wanted to have vinyls because a lot of people were asking about them, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's maybe better to have vinyls than CDs because I think that nowadays people prefer more like vinyls, and I also really like it, the sound, the cracking, and all the
Mm-hmm.
things. So yeah, so when we were in the studio with Christoph, I asked him if he can already like if he can do the master for vinyls. So he did a special master for this, and then we were searching for a company that would make the vinyls not that expensive and also quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And we found this is a vinyl plant, I think is the company, and they're from Estonia or some country like this. I'm not really sure, but they're super nice guys and very easygoing. And yesterday I got an email that the vinyls are on the way. So very, very quickly, like it was 2 months, and it's it. Like that's it.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
I mean, they look really pretty from what I've seen on your social media posts. I know you're excited to get like a physical copy and then like show people the physical too.
Yeah, so much. And I love the cover and everything. And I really hope that it's going to look good like when I have it and hold it.
Yeah, speaking of the cover, the artwork involved, what inspired that and how does that reflect the energy of the EP?
Yeah. Well, Shatter and Bloom, and like basically the song that it's called, like it's named the same, Shatter and
Mm-hmm.
Bloom is the last song we are going to drop from this EP. And like half of it we composed with our like former guitarist, and half of it we composed with our current guitarist, which is kind of like separate,
Yeah,
divided.
yeah.
Yes, and last year it was kind of challenging for me. Like we had some changes in our band, and it was, as I said, pretty challenging, and it affected a lot my mental health and all the stuff. And last year, at the end of the year, I was standing in front of the decision, like if I'm going to like continue or like
Mm-hmm.
what should I do, because I was. And I know that you went to 1, 2, 3. You went through some tough times as well, and
Mm-hmm.
you weren't online, and you just had to have some time for yourself. I'm not sure actually like what really happened to you, but I felt the same. I had to just step out from the socials. I asked Veronica, our friend from Slovakia. She's helping me with the socials to just help me out because I wasn't able to do anything. And then when I decided, okay, I'm going to just push it more and just like move forward. And then it was the time when we composed also Shatter and Bloom. And I was like, okay, this EP is going to be called Shatter and Bloom because that's what it is. That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing right now. I'm just like destroying, shattering everything that wasn't working for me, the whole past that was just not working. It was rotten, it was toxic, and it wasn't good for me. And I decided to just cut it out and destroy it. And but when you destroy something, you have to like let something else, something new bloom. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's Shatter and Bloom. And we were searching for something some symbols to just like, that it would symbolize all this like story. And I was like, okay, I would like to have some flower there. So I was just like searching for some flowers that would have this symbolism of like growing and strength, and also that it should be like yellow because
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
decided to have this the EP in yellow. And then the barbed wire, it symbolized the like on one hand, like it's oppression, that like that something is like holding you tight and not letting you to do anything, but also as a sign of rebellion. And that's why the hand is holding like the sunflower, and the barbed wire is across the like it's on the hand. And yeah, so basically that's it. It's not only like flower in hand and whatever, but it has some meaning. And also sunflowers, you can see them a lot on the fields here in Czech Republic. So I thought that it might be good idea to have it.
Yeah, yeah. No, it makes sense because, of course, you yourself, within the last few months, with promoting this EP and the different songs, and of course, it was Mental Health Week not too long ago, and you were posting videos every day, and you're extremely loud about that. Um, your music, your lyrics, they also become us as listeners, they become our therapy in a way. How does that make you feel?
It's crazy. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. This is one of the like strongest reasons why I just keep going and
Yeah.
I'm just keep writing music. Um, because yeah, I think it's not announced yet, so I think I shouldn't be talking about this thing. But we are going to play on very big festival next year, and it's not announced yet, so I can't tell like what's the festival, but it's cool. And can you imagine that one of our fan, she wrote our manager for Europe, and she asked him if we are going to go to this country,
Mm-hmm.
and that she really loved or loves our music, and that our lyrics saved her life. She had some mental issues, and she was struggling with mental health. And he was like, no, but we would like to get on this festival. Do you know like the main promoter from this festival? And she was like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And now it all happened, and now we are going to perform there. So is it's amazing like that this is happening, and it's not a phrase. Like I'm not saying it that like, oh, thank you so much for your support and all
Yeah.
stuff. No, I really mean it. Like this is really something. Whenever I receive this message that our music means something like this to anybody, that it saved their life or that they have it as a therapy, it's something when I just sit down and smile, and I'm very happy, and it's like pushes me to create new music and to do more, because now I feel seen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also very important because I think, especially now with all the social media and stuff, people feel that they are not seen. And I have the same problem, even
Yeah.
though I'm posting every day on the socials and I'm trying to like talk about all this shit, but still sometimes I feel unseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and frustrated.
It's that sort of juxtaposition of being a musician in today's society, of how you're now expected to be a sort of influencer in a way because you're having to post to social media every day and promote your band and your music in that sense. And while we're so connected through social media and through the technology we have, it's still somewhat lonely in a sense because, you post things and you think you've made like a fantastic video or a fantastic little edit or whatever, and you put it out there and it just doesn't reach the amount of people you want it to reach. And it is
Yeah.
disappointing, but at the end of the day you still have to like be like, you know what, while numbers matter in a sense, they also don't matter. And I've just got to keep doing this for us and for our band and to keep going.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So, what was the creative process like for writing this EP? Was it different to how you've approached past albums, or was it somewhat similar?
I would say with Monster and Time's Up, it was similar. But for Silence After Violence and Shatter and Bloom, it was different. As I said, these two songs, we wrote them with our current guitarist. And for Silence After Violence, we decided to try another approach. And I came up first with vocals.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the vocals, I wrote the lyrics, and then we were building the music just around the vocals. And for me, it was more difficult because I didn't have anything, any instrument, nothing. But I also felt really free and happy that I could do it this way. So yeah, and Shatter and Bloom, we did almost the like old way. I just knew what I would like to sing about, and I told Andreas like what would I like to use, what influences should be there. They should be crazy, wild, and fast, and with just totally crazy and mathematical breakdown that you don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we did it, and the breakdown is crazy. When I wrote it, I really had to count, and I really had to do it like this because it's really crazy and really wild. And we thought that the producer will just delete it, that he will tell us like, okay, this is bullshit, we have to move somewhere else. But when I told him like how I would like to have the vocals in there, he was like, okay, let's try it. And then we had like one night to finish the breakdown because I haven't had it like when I was in the studio because I thought that he's going to like just delete it. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to write the lyrics. I will wait what we will do with that. And he left it the way like we wrote it. I was like, okay, now I have to finish it. So during the night we were finishing the vocals and the phrasing and all the stuff. And it was fun. We were laughing a lot because we were just like still counting and like, okay, is it correct? No, there's like two more syllables and too many words, and now then it was like too less, like it's just too small, and like, oh, everything was like just crazy. Yeah. So with these two songs, we had a lot of fun.
That's good. I'm excited to hear it now. Now that you've explained that the breakdown is crazy, because you've already had some crazy breakdowns, or so far.
Well, I would say this is something else. Like you won't understand. You really won't understand what's going on, and yeah, like you will have to like play it a couple times to like understand it because there's like what we had to do with this
Yeah.
song. But like, and another a way, it's beautiful. It has a really nice chorus. It's lovely, but when it comes to the breakdown, it's like
Like, whoa, wait a minute, rewind.
exactly like what? Like what? Really?
No, I think that for what you've explained, what the song is about and what it represents, I think it makes sense to have like a crazy breakdown to go with that sort of energy because, like you said, you need to get that out before you can continue on and bloom in that way.
Yeah, totally. And I have to say that this song, Shatter and Bloom, it has like a spark of hope
Yeah.
in there. Just a little.
Which is what we need. Sometimes we need that anger, we need you know, that pissed off energy, but we also just need that little piercing of light that's popping through that you can see that there is a way out. I can make my way to that light and I can get out at some point, whenever that will be. I don't know, but we can work on ourselves and we can pull ourselves forward.
And that's what this song about. Just like pushing yourself, even
Yeah.
though you have people around yourself that they're talking and they're not changing anything.
Yeah.
They want to stay right on the spot that they were born at, that they want to die in there, and they don't want to do anything, and they're just like slowing down with all the stuff they are telling you. But as I said, I had to really just put everything out, and Shatter and Bloom has a spark of hope in it.
That's good. That's because we all need that. Like, no matter who you are, I think everybody needs, especially music, I think, because it's such an important and integral part of people's everyday lives that it's nice when artists such as yourselves come along and you speak on these real matters and these real life shitty moments that everybody goes through, yet you're still, like I said, that little tiny little piece of light that is coming through, that little bit. And it's nice to hear, because then, like I said, we were talking about how people have said your lyrics have become their therapy and they've helped them so much. And your songs have helped me too. They helped me through my darkest moments. I was having some health issues earlier this year and I got a couple of diagnoses. That makes sense. And now I've had time to sit with it, and now I'm getting back into the swing of things. And it's just hearing you talk on that and just hearing the way you go about it. And also just with your social media presence, it's nice. And I like how you give your voice and you carry on the conversation, but you also open up the conversation for others to come in and add their own little bit into.
Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. What was like the biggest challenges you faced during the recording process, if there was any? Other than, of course, you said you had a guitarist leave and then another come in. I'm sure that was challenging.
Uh, I wouldn't say it was challenging. I saw that coming, so
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that much. But like as I said, last year when like the drummer just like we left the parts like spread the part 1 2 3, he left the band, and yeah, it was like last year when I was in a studio with and doing Monster and Time's Up. I was really in my thoughts. I was really in a dark place, and for me, it was very difficult to be in a studio and sing there and scream there because like Monster is about toxic relationships, and it doesn't mean that it has to be your partner.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it has to be your friend. It also can be your colleague, your bandmate, like whoever. And I was like living that at that moment, and
Yeah.
I felt terrible. And it was very difficult for me because I'm used to like do things like almost perfectly, and I really want to deliver the best in the studio. I wasn't at this like stage of mind that I could do it, so I really tried. I really pushed it. I asked Christoph to tell me like if it's okay, if I'm good doing it right, and if I'm singing it right. And he was really encouraging me in this thing, so I'm very grateful for his approach to like during the studio time. And it was terrible, and it wasn't very easy for me. But then when we were there doing those two songs of Silence After Violence and Shatter and Bloom, it was just me and our current guitarist there, and I had totally different energy. And Christoph told me that I'm singing differently. Like, what's going on? Like, this is different. And I sing, and the color of the voice is younger
Mm-hmm.
and more happy. I was like, wow.
Isn't that
So you
crazy
can,
how your mental emotions, how this little thing in here can affect what comes out here?
yeah, yeah. Well, the good thing is that Monster and Time's Up, they're not very happy songs. They're
Right.
full of anger, frustration, and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think I put it there like 100% of those emotions. But yeah, I still think that for those two songs, Sounds After Violence and Sharon and Bloom, I needed this like better vibe, and I'm very happy that I sounded better and younger. But as you said, like it's affecting so many things. But I'm also grateful for these hard times that I went through because I've learned so much from them. And you never like you can't appreciate it that much when you are in this darkness and when you are just in this shit. But when you go up and when you just can look at it like from the distance, then you see that it actually helped you to like learn a lot about yourself, about your head and soul and heart.
Hmm.
And yeah, so right now I am very happy that I went through it because it like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So yeah, basically
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that, but it was super challenging.
Oh yeah. And it's like you said, we don't appreciate those dark moments as they're happening to us because obviously it's shit and it sucks. But when you start coming out
Yeah.
of that and you start growing and evolving yourself into something else, you're like, oh, wait a minute, this has helped me now be able to maybe handle things a little bit differently in the future if something like that happens again, or if something crosses my path, and just moving forward and growing and evolving. And that's what we do as human beings. I think if people, just like you say, people get stuck and they just stay in one place, they don't grow, they don't evolve, they don't move. Whereas musicians, you kind of have to. You need to do that for your art and for your voice and for that to not just stay linear too. Whereas you guys have had like this gradual evolution through your band and your music too, and that just shows through the personal things you've been going through as well.
Yeah. It's nice to talk to about this thing when you are okay, but when you are in this shit, it's just yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're in it, you feel like you're a burden on everybody else. You don't want to talk about it, and because you don't want to put your shit on somebody else, and then you're just digging yourself further in, and you're just like, maybe I do need to talk to somebody. Maybe I do need to help myself. But speaking of like talking to others, you, of course, the band has a Patreon, and you do your monthly hangout streams over on Patreon. How have they been going for you?
Well, it's a new experience for me, like doing these live streams and just talking to our friends a bit differently. But I'm very happy that we are doing this thing because we are also talking about mental health and all these things. So yeah, this like our fans can see us in a different way than that we present ourselves
Mm-hmm.
on our socials. And I'm also very open about anything that is happening like in our band because yeah, when you are on socials, when you are a musician, you are creating illusion of success
Yeah.
that you're just like the best band ever. But I also wanted to show the people like who are supporting us on our Patreon that it's not always like this and that we have to struggle a lot with a lot of things, especially like since we are independent. And I want to share also this like dark things that are not that good, but also we are sharing the news we have like before we put it on our socials, and we're just like sharing with them like anything that is happening to us right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good that you're open and honest about everything because like you say, people just see from the outside and they see this polished social media presence, whereas, behind the scenes it's not all sunshines and rainbows, and it's difficulty and it's hard, and you really have to push yourself and to keep going, and I think Patreon is a really awesome tool that's come along for musicians in that sense to help with that and having behind the scenes looks and posting things earlier and just giving a little bit more access to what you would normally see on like Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
Totally.
Well, you will be going out on tour with Disillusion in spring next year. How did that come about and what are your feelings on it?
Well, it was a huge surprise. I got an email from the band, and I just when I saw it, I was like, well, I think we played with them already. And then I started to just search, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, this is the band we played with when we were supporting Ginger
Mhm.
in Austria. And I don't know like why, how did it happen, but they sent us an email if we want to join them on their tour, and we are also going to do show in Prague with them. And it's going to, I think it's going to be part of this tour. So we're just like looking for the club and all the things that is there are needed for the show. And yeah, it's crazy. I really look forward to go with them, and I'm curious about their fans and everything. And yeah, this is just like these are the moments that are crazy that makes me smile, and I'm very, very happy that it's happening. And also, like every show in Germany is wild, and it never disappoints.
Yeah. No, I bet you had to do a double take when you saw that email come through. Like, what?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? But I'm good.
What are your rest of year plans that you can tell us about for the rest of this year?
For the rest of this year. Yeah, so we have two more shows next month here in Czech Republic, and in December we are going to join Cocotte Minutes. There's a Czech band. They're going to play in Lucerna. It's a huge venue in Prague, and it's like a legendary venue. And they set a competition there, like that the band with the most shares, they're
Mhm.
going to play with them there. So we asked our fans to make it happen, and yeah, we had like I think twice as
Wow.
shares as the second band. So yeah, so we're going to play there, and also we are going to have a release party there, and I think let's see like how it's going to happen. But right now we are talking about their guitarist or manager that they're going to do the thing, you know, with the vinyl and
Mhm.
champagne or beer or whatever we are going to pour on the vinyl. So yeah, this is something that we really look forward.
Yeah. It sounds exciting. It sounds amazing. Well, Nicole, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Thank you so much for, chatting with me today. Do you have any last words for of thanks or anything like that for people watching this interview?
Sure. So first of all, I would like to thank you for all your work and dedication, and I really love watching you smiling and crying in your reactive videos. It's really beautiful, and I really love your emotions and how
Thank
you
you.
feel the music, and I really mean it. And yeah, for everybody who's watching this, thank you so much for your attention. I really hope that you made it till the end. And if so, please let us know if you like our EP, Shatter and Bloom. And thank you so much for your support.
Yep. Again, guys, the EP Shatter and Bloom will be out on November 7th. I will leave that pre order link down below in the description, along with the pre order link to order the vinyl too, which is on Bandcamp. And of course, all of Stellvris's social media so you can find them and subscribe, follow them, support them that way. Again, Nicole, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, and I just appreciate your time and your work and your art as always.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. I'd just like to take a moment to thank all of my incredible Patreons. You can find all of my full album reactions, my early access reactions, and all of my Twitch livestream VODs over there. You can find the link for that right here or down below in the description. But don't forget to like and subscribe to become a Taurian. Speaking of becoming a Taurian, all of my social media links and my Discord link are down below in the description. We'd absolutely love to have you come hang out in the Discord community, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.